Take two. Kyle here from allmediareviews.blogspot.com. Here to try doing the first of a handful of videos about this list, the sort of holy Bible for me of rock music in the 21st century. And as I've mentioned in the EPs of the style, the modern progressive rock, progressive art rock EPs, I want to sort of try to feature a lot of these albums in individual videos just because they're so significant to me, important to me that going through them quickly can be not doing a disservice, but it just kind of devalues, doesn't emphasize my appreciation for them. So anyway, it was supposed to be 50, then 75, then 100. I was like 100, and I was like splitting hairs here and there, and so it ended up being around 200. And it's not something definitive, and it can be updated. I might do a redux. And this is a list of albums that are really important to me. The modern progressive art rock, alternative prog rock, indie prog rock, chamber prog rock. In fact, I didn't even write that in here. Let me actually add that. I didn't even add, because that's what a lot of it is. A lot of it uses chamber music, a lot of electronic, post rock, of some at times, math rock, pop, whatever, that combination. Anyway, so the honorable mentions actually exceeded, and some of these may be added in. I don't know. You can see it just kind of skimming. The Tea Club. This is an album I want to listen to a lot more, but they have other records I listened to in the past and didn't like, but this album just was better. I feel bad because they came with Bent Knee a couple years ago and I didn't go. I would have liked to have seen them. Anyway, there's a lot of albums from artists that there's a lot of artists that have artists/bands that have multiple albums in here. In fact, I might want to do a breakdown at some point of that, but. Anyway, you just look at the list. Pneumatic Transit, Brooke Wagner, Dirt Poor Robins is in here a number of times, of course. Hours, Warpaint. Some of these are really new albums that, probably... New albums is a little sacrilege because they've literally been something I've been listening to only for a few months, even less than that in some cases. Crippled Black Phoenix, that's the one record I really enjoy from them. I mean, they have many other records that are good I like. Self-Titled Kasika... The new Team Me record, Purism Revolution's Hammer and Anvil has some really good tracks on it. Venart's second record, To Cure a Blizzard Upon a Plastic Sea. There's a lot of them in here. Anyway, I'm just going to start going. So, A Formal Horse, number 201, Meat Mouth. That's their second album from 2021. I enjoyed a lot of this. This is, they're from England or the UK. They're an interesting band. I mean, they're heavy at times. They have a Tool influence, certainly, but I don't like Tool, but I like bands that are influenced by Tool. Anyway, The Chap, Mega Breakfast. This is the first of a handful of, indie tronica bands. I think this is the album that has... Yeah, it does have Proper Rock, which is, sort of my favorite track from them. But this was... Yeah, I mean, when I was getting into indie tronica, they were sort of the answer to I said they were sort of the UK's answer to the Apes and the Androids. In some ways, they are. Number 200. Number 199, Emmanuel and the Fears, debut album, Listen, from 2010. It's a long, epic record, chamber of sorts, chamber rock, kind of ELO influence at points. Jimmy's song is the standout track, but there's a few other really kind of big, layered tracks on here that really... I would say Ariel and the River, that's one of the other ones I always think of. And then Dear Friend, there's kind of a Broadway element to it at points, and which is sort of where I enjoy it, but then I get lost in it sometimes. But it's still an impressive debut album, and the truth is I don't like any of their records more. They put out 2 or 3 other records and some EPs anyways. Late of the Pier, another indie tronica. There's a lot of indie tronica albums in here. Fancy Black Channel, in fact, I think I included it in that description of the honorable mentions. But Fancy Black Channel is their only album, Late of the Pier. And unfortunately, one of the members passed away a few years after they broke up. I thought they'd maybe do a reunion someday. But this is a great record from the same year, 2008, that many of these records came out that were doing indie tronica. But it's a cult classic to some people. At the same time, people have never heard of them, of course. Um, they're from, yeah, they are from, I think they're from New York also. Like, it's like this hotbed. No, they're from the UK, actually, my bad. Anyway, yeah, La Priest or L.A. Priest, he's been doing indie solo music since. But yeah, it's just a fun, energetic record. If you like the sort of experimental electronic music, that's rock music still, this is definitely one to not sleep on. Fantasy Black Channel. They put out a single called Blueberry a couple years after that might be better than anything on this, actually, that I loved. Unfortunately, it kind of sort of the end of their band because one of the members passed away. I want to say the drummer, Ross Dawson, and I don't know. Like I said, Samuel Eastgate's, aka La Priest, has been doing stuff since then. But anyway, Late of the Piers, Fancy Black Channel, number 198. And I am gonna have to stop. That's sort of the introduction. I'm sort of just getting my feet wet in this list here. But yeah, this is gonna be a series of videos. I gotta get going on my work day and everything like that. But sort of I wanted to do this. I wanted to write a book about this. I want to do an artist list too, but it's just like not realistic. And then with my medical issues and stuff, and it's like time is of the essence. Time is short, so that's kind of why I'm doing this, trying to escalate this, and I'll do more with it down the road. Hopefully, like I said, I'll plan to do like your featured album videos or something, maybe a lot of this. I mean, I'm just getting my feet wet since I've only gone over the top 5 in the honorable mentions. I think I have Fancy Black Channel in here on the honorable mention because I was just doing this. It was supposed to be just 100, and it's like, no, I'm forgetting this. So, but my apologies for that. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Stay tuned. I don't know how many of these videos I'm gonna do. Oops. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to end up doing, but it could be a couple, it could be 5 or more, because again, it's a long list. But again, this is my holy Bible for music of this 21st century for the most part. Taking out your all-time favorites like Kevin Gilbert, Marillion, and whatnot, and some of the metal stuff that I still love of this last couple decades. This is kind of a really big deal to me, so it's worth making an extensive number of videos, I guess, on YouTube. But yeah, like I said, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.